3 weeks this spring, my husband and I decided to rent a cabin in the woods in Småland, which is somewhere in the south of Sweden. It was an amazing experience. The deer came by every day, and I sat at the window and watched them while they eat. And of course there was a cat, a beautiful black and white cat named Doris, who I made really good friends with and who you will see further on in the video. We had so much space inside, and it was really felt so luxurious having the forest right outside our window, and a kitchen, a lounge area and a bedroom. It was really special. However, it was quite cold in the beginning, the first few days, and it was raining, but we had such good food to eat. We cooked really good meals at night, and we had a fireplace going which we burned every evening. It was really peaceful, and I found when I sat there in front of the fire watching the flames, it was like a meditation for me, and I just felt myself coming down from the chaotic year and a bit that we've experienced, and I just felt, I don't know, it's just a really, really beautiful peacefulness. And I realized how much I really needed to slow down a little, that I don't even realize anymore that that's so important in life, just to slow down and sit and look at the flames. And that was all I need to do at that moment. And then of course, sitting by the window looking at the rain falling, just watching how the drops land on the earth, how they splatter against the glass. It just brings so much peace to just watch nature go by. And it felt like everything just went quiet, and it stood still for a bit. Pretty soon though, the rain stopped and the sun came out, and we started to experience the farm and the space in a whole different way. We watched the deer, they came ever closer every day, and just the trust that they had to walk straight past the window. Eventually I could open the door and they won't run away because they got used to us. It was just such a special experience to see the deer. For me, deer are these animals that are gentle in the way that they move. Such peaceful animals. And when you watch them, you just go calm. You just smile. Give yourself a hug. That's what happens to me when I see them. And as I mentioned, our cabin was next to the forest. And so we had so much opportunity then to start walking and just explore the space that we were in. And so we went for these beautiful walks in the forest, and we listened to the birds, hear how the wind rustle through the leaves of the trees, and just go calm. this whole theme of this journey of 3 weeks was just to find our peace again, to just be again. And also when the sun started to come out, we went for some drives. We went to, I don't know what the town was, but it was around by the North Sea apparently. And it was, the sky was so blue, and the ocean had this color that it's so hard to describe. It was just the most beautiful, beautiful color of that ocean. And I find the sea here is so different in some places. Like, that looks not like the ocean, does it? It just looks so calm and peaceful. There's no waves with these huge rocks. And it was amazing to watch. We found a little harbor where there were old boats and more newer ones, and they were obviously fixing some of them. And it was a beautiful place to be. Along the way, we spotted many new friends. We paused at the roadside. We saw these llamas in a field. And I walked up to some sheep that was grazing in the middle of a little town, also close to the sea. And they just kept on eating, never minding me. We passed another group of cows, and they were really curious. What are these humans up to? Yeah, it was so beautiful. And then we saw some strange ones. These are cows, white and black stripes. But the road was always ahead of us, always calling. And we took these dirt roads, off roads, and we found such magical places. Like, this place was a lake that was so clear and still that you could see the sky reflecting in the water. It was such a special place. When you look, you're not sure which way is up and which way is down. So many trees in Småland. It's a proper forest area. I think most people there farm with wood. They have all these trees, and sometimes they cut them off, and some places look a little bit sad. But I just remind myself that it will grow again. Just like humans fix ourselves, the same way the trees will grow again and nature will bring back the trees. At times I was completely speechless by the beauty around me. I just could not believe how beautiful the light shines through the trees and how it just falls on the moss below. And that moss was so soft. You could sleep on there if you wanted to. We found many old Viking or pre-Viking stone formations, and they just appeared everywhere along the side of the road. But my most favorite place was the cabin. Sitting outside when the weather was good enough for that, and watching the deer and watching the light change, how it becomes from the mornings to the afternoons to the evenings, watching the sun rise and set. I often sat outside when I could with my coffee, sipping slowly and just experiencing the world around me. And one day there was even a hare. He came to visit and he just literally fell asleep there in the sunshine. He was there for probably almost half an hour, lying in the sun and enjoying it. And then of course there was Doris, the sweet cat. She just came to visit all the time. It was the most playful cat, and apparently she was quite old, over 15 years old, but she acted like a young kitten always playing, rolling in the grass, giving her little meows. It was so, she just brought so much joy to us there. The drives we took, though, was amazing. Even though the cabin was my favorite place, I love to explore this part of Sweden that I did not know. Some parts like this was open and had more farmland. But there's so many stones. I don't know how the farmers get around that. I gave Doris a lot of Reiki, and I don't know if that is why she came to me so often. But whenever I was outside, she would snuggle up, once come down for a pat, fall over, and just be a kitten, even though she was definitely not in a physical form a kitten. She was a beautiful cat. There was also a cherry tree right outside our door, and as the weeks carried on, the cherries opened up and blossomed, and it was so quick that they changed. Amazing how quickly they changed from no leaves, no flowers, to opening up into these beautiful cherry blossoms. On the day that we returned home, it was raining again. In a way, that was a good thing, because it made me feel like the place was saying goodbye to us. As we drove, the landscape started to change, and pretty soon it felt like I was home in Skåne again. There were much more open spaces and farmlands, not so many forests, deep forests like in Småland. And this is a very special part for me, to drive past all the land and to know that pretty soon we will see the corn grow, the wheat, the beautiful farmland that just seems to come back after the cold winter with all its snow. and the fields of rapeseed that just surrounds you. This is the first time in Skåne that I've seen this, because I'm not usually here this time of the year. And it was magnificent to see all around you. It's just these flowers of yellow with the sweetest scent. It's so special driving through that. I am really glad to be home again. The 3 weeks was wonderful, and I felt so relaxed when I came back. But it is good to be home, good to get back into my routines. Thank you for watching. I wish for you a beautiful day.